What's happening, everybody? In today's video we're going to be exploring how Olympic gymnasts don't get injured. Well, they do, but we'll read into it. When I was competing at the Olympic Games and I socialised with other Olympians, I would always ask them in small talk, you know, how are you? How's your body? Are you healthy? And the answer every time was no. And isn't that just crazy that what seems like the healthiest people on earth actually aren't? Well, any sport at an Olympic level is pushing your body to the absolute limits in this particular activity that your body's not really meant to do. And this is why injury prevention work is so important for athletes, because it's such a huge part of sport. And that's why I'm going to be making a video about it. And these are obviously things that are gymnastics specific, but I feel like everything in this video can apply or should apply to other sports. First things first, prepare your body for the training session. So you can use weird and wonderful things like this massage gun, which essentially gives you that kind of massage effect without the physiotherapist. It's meant to just warm up your muscles. This is just one aspect of preparation before training. The main one for me and many other gymnasts is stretching. I feel like stretching is really overlooked in other sports, but it's such an integral part of gymnastics preparation. Obviously you need to be flexible to be a gymnast, but this also prevents so many injuries. After we've done our warm-up and stretch, we move straight into our conditioning. Now this conditioning isn't just a warm-up anymore, it's now to strengthen your body, but to strengthen it in the right ways. As I said, every Olympic sport has their unique qualities, so why not be as specific as possible when strengthening your body for that unique quality? Everything in my gymnastics conditioning is gymnastics specific. That means that every exercise in my conditioning is a preparation for a skill, and then also doesn't build muscles in the areas that I don't need built. This conditioning isn't just something that I do monotonously either. It's really focused work. It's doing that mind to muscle connection that actually prepares my mind for my skill work in that training session. So it's not just about building that strength, it's about building that mind to muscle connection and preparing your brain for the training session. Alright, now that we're on the apparatus, actually doing our skills from our routines, the core aspect of gymnastics, how can we prevent injury at this stage in the training session? Gymnastics is one of those sports that the smallest of errors can end in a career-ending injury. You know, we're flying through the air, doing multiple somersaults, multiple twists. If you're not focused in that moment, you can come crashing down onto that floor on your head. The second is being in tune with your body. Really listening to your body gives you signs of injuries before they're full-blown injuries. By noticing this and even communicating it with your coach, you can keep track of those little tiny sores and pains, and that might just prevent them from growing into bigger injuries. Another thing to keep track of is the amount of time that you're exercising for. Gymnastics has this really weird culture of like the more hours that you train, the better you should be. But I actually don't think that's the case at all. It should be the better the work that you do within that time slots is going to reflect on your gymnastics the best. So quite often what happens, especially with younger gymnasts that have these pushy coaches that are getting them to do like 8-hour sessions in a day, they just get injured when they turn senior or even at a junior level. So if you're wanting to improve, the answer might not be more hours in the training gym. Maybe it's higher intensity, more focus on these goes. Hiya, mate.
Hiya.
What are you doing, mate?
Just stretching out here, keeping the body healthy. What are you at?
Oh, just doing a video, mate. Never mind about me.
Look at this.
What are you doing this for?
Achilles, calves, and then doing some ankle stuff because my ankles are really sore all the time. All the time.
Nice. The life of a gymnast.
Look at this. Get that knee to wall going.
Yes, mate.
Look at that.
Is this something the physio has prescribed you with?
Yeah.
So you're
Every
just
day.
Every day you do this?
I do like the elastic work for my ankles to get it all warm, and then all the stretches to get it all stretched.
Does it get boring doing this rehab stuff?
Yeah, it's worth it.
It has to be done though.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Let me just This brings us to our next aspect of injury prevention, and that is rehab work. Many Olympic level athletes will have the privilege of getting to work with physiotherapists and different like sports doctors and stuff, but many gymnasts and sports people don't get this type of service. So that's why I think the importance of YouTube videos are that people are putting out free content for people to kind of learn from and learn these exercises like Eamon's doing out there. But for me, physiotherapy is a big part of my recovery program. Getting that expert opinion really makes a difference in my training. So even the physiotherapists that we work with have to learn a lot about the sport and how our body works when doing our sport. There's absolutely no doubt about it that good, nutritious food helps with your recovery after training and also fuels your body and mind before training sessions, therefore hopefully staying away from them little injuries. Although I don't get too carried away, I don't count my calories, I don't count how much protein or carbohydrates is in each meal. I just go with rough guidelines around how much of that stuff I need to intake. And because of my intense training program, I actually do need to eat a lot. I'm lucky enough to work with a nutritionist, and what she's constantly telling me is eat more carbs, because that's where your energy comes from. And with every meal, I go through a big old glass of milk. And like everything in life, there must be a balance to this. Some gymnasts I know go into the gym and only do strength and conditioning or rehabilitation stuff and think that that's going to really impact their gymnastics. Whereas I think the key takeaway here is that all of that extra things to prevent injury complement your gymnastics or your sport. Even the professional physiotherapists that I work with say that exact thing. They're not sitting back and saying that, you know, they've got magic hands, they're going to make your body absolute bulletproof and injury free forever, but they certainly try and help in any way they can. And then on the other end of that scale, there's gymnasts that walk into the gym and jump on the pommel horse or the P-bars without doing a warm-up or stretch or conditioning, and you know the result is going to be inevitable, that they're going to get injured. So finding that balance of using those injury prevention methods that I've mentioned in this video and also training your specific sport in a smart and focused way, that will hopefully reduce the amount of injuries that you get throughout your career. And I say reduce because I haven't come across one athlete yet that hasn't got injured or hasn't had some sort of injury that's set them back in their career. And in those times that you are injured, I say to you, be patient. Allow yourself to get motivated and excited to come back, and trust that with your hard work and dedication, you'll hopefully get the results that you want to achieve. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've been wanting to make this one for a long time. A special shout out to all of the Patreon supporters supporting this channel. Drop a comment below of a topic that you want me to make a video about next. I'll certainly read through those comments and get back to you guys with another video. Hope you have a good day. Peace out.